early 90s, the Forest Service had some grant money, and they mentioned this could be rebuilt. And of course, we all thought it was some big pipe dream. It didn't. None of us were carpenters or anything. Anyway, we had a couple of guys in our group. John Harrigan was one, and he'd done some construction work. And then the first day we started this, we had a guy show up, Joel McCauley. And Joe was a carpenter. Joe had all the tools to cut these beams.
And had no fear of heights.
And had no fear of heights. And I don't know what we've done without Joel. I mention that more so much today because Joel passed away about 6 months ago.
Joe McCauley.
Joe.
I didn't know that.
But he'd worked with us for 27 years. The cement part and all is original. It was all here. And the upper structure is what we reconstructed.
And we did it in what, 13 Saturdays?
Yeah, 13 Saturdays.
Wow.
How about the scopes themselves, especially that one that says locating inspiration point?
So somebody put that one up.
Did it have mirrors inside of there?
They used to.
Yeah.
Oh, how funny.
Yeah. And that one didn't have anything on it, and we weren't sure what was there because it's an oddball. Look at the pipe on it. But we think there was a real telescope there.
Ah. Oh yeah, threaded.
Yeah. But we don't have any photos of it. We got a photo of the 30s, and there's nothing there.
What do you have here, Brian?
Oh, there was a telescope. Probably a pay one. Yeah. You remember the old ones that were?
Yeah.
I bet there was one of those here.
They still have them, I think, down near the Port of Los Angeles, San
Yeah.
Pedro. Yeah.
So anyway, some of these were missing. I duplicated, made new ones.
There's an oddball one of these, like right next to the road, just partly up from the tavern site. After you do the switchback, but it's like down from the road, right next to a big pine tree. What was that one for?
Oh, you're talking about on the way up here? You saw one?
On the way up here, that's right next to a big Douglas fir.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, but you have to go
that
down
one.
a steep
That's at
slope.
Mount Lowe.
But how did the people get to it?
That was the original trail was there.
Oh, okay. All right.
I've seen a photo of a lady looking through that back in the day.
So those are the wheels for the narrow gauge?
Those were the wheels for the one-man wheel.
The one-man wheel train?
Yeah.
And it went down
It
to
went
Echo?
about a mile and a half. No, it just went out here a mile and a half.
And the purpose of it was?
It was a scenic ride. It was the Pacific Electric Railway didn't own it, a private citizen did. And he lived up here.
Oh, okay.
And this is how he made his money.
Really?
Yeah.
So he had his own cabin and everything?
Where was the cabin that he lived in?
Quite a while down.
You mean at the end, the Gotchi
My name
cabin?
is Mason.
Oh, before the
Mason,
end.
come here, boy.
If you go up that road, you look down slope, you'll see a fence post. And that's where it's made. And it had a sign on it that said Herbert's
Did he
home.
give you kisses?
Oh, yeah. It would be on the left hand
Herbert
side.
was the mule.
And how,
And sometimes it said Powerhouse #1,
and how come Herbert was in the back rather than the front?
because that's how he designed it.
It had nothing to do with the kickback from the slop that he ate, right?
I think it was just dust. Anyway, because he supposedly ate hay.
Well, thank you for doing this.
Sure. Half of them.
part. These are not residential mountains. It's not like the San Bernardinos where you've got people that live up there. They have a great, rich history. There's many parts to these mountains. You've got Azusa, you've got Mount Baldy, you've got this district. There's always room for volunteers. I've heard a few people mention that they were interested in volunteering, and that's how I got started, was 20 years ago on this excursion. I was to meet a group of hikers up here, and nobody showed up but me. And I came up and I heard the guys all talk, and I thought, wow, I feel like toting some rocks. So if you're interested in volunteering, I know that Brian, and it's very well welcome. There's plenty to do up here. Study fish, study bighorn sheep, trail building, outdoor education up at Baldy. You can work at a visitor center. And lastly, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, there's like 60 volunteers to every single paid forest employee. So we're out here doing most of the work. It's us. It's 60 of us to one paid federal employee behind a desk. Wow. So, bravo.
Right.
Well, we're going to keep this kind of short today, but I want to recognize a few of our longtime volunteers. Lee, how long have you been with us, Lee?
Since, 1995. I started right here, came to this with a guy named Silky Griffith. He invited me. First I heard about you in 1995, and I joined right away.
And we had one of our members that's usually here today. He passed, had cancer, and he passed suddenly. But he's a very big part of reconstruction of Inspiration Point.
Yeah.
And he's been with us 27 years. So anyway, as you can see, we're all getting old. We need some young people. You know any?
Wait, am I included?
Yeah, you. Marilyn's one of our new ones here.
Scott! Wait, Scott was the one that recruited me. Where's Scott?
Scott's been here for a long time.
Where's Scott?
Scott's right next to you.
Oh, wait, right there. He was the one that recruited me. He was like, so do you want to do some volunteer work? I go like, yeah, sure. And I've been with them ever since.
And our very first work day down at Echo Mountain, we were digging out the service pit there, and this guy walks by with his friend. And he asked what I was doing, and we told him. And then they came back again. And then I got his name, and he's right here. That's 30 years ago today, or this year, yeah. So,
Dad, can I go play with
anyway,
my friends?
Brian, he's helped us with things over the years. Who else? Chris, Sneed? Right here. Sneed. Yeah, Chris Rhodes.
Adrian.
Right here.
The guy that barbecued the hot dog.
Oh, not boiled.
And just for the record, it was a girl who got first place for the most hours and the most service to the mountains. Brenda Beck, and she works this district. She's amazing. A girl, first place for forest volunteer hours put in.
And I'm also proud to say I'm also under Brenda. So I'm under Brian and Brenda.
There you go.
Brenda's group has also, in the last 2 years, has rebuilt a lot of old trails around here that were closed. They ran out of work to do, and she wanted to keep busy, so I said, well, you can do this, this, and this, and they did.
Yeah, they
Did a really good job. Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
And my wife, who's put up with this all these years.
Oh, man, yeah. You deserve a medal.
Make it gold, she says.
Adrian, my daughter.
Adrian!
got a special guest today. Greg, the guy in the blue shirt over here. He came up here when we were in high school and we explored this whole area. Had no clue what we were looking at, but it was interesting.
Let me explain how old Brian is. Not me, but Brian. We came up here, we stopped and got carbide lights. And when you dripped water on carbide rocks, it made an acetylene gas, Brian, I believe.
Yeah.
And there was a mirror behind the plane. And the mirror shot out in front of you. So we're hiking the backside of Wilson and some other places that he brought us with acetylene lights, not flashlights. Wow. That's how old we are. Dinosaurs. Dinosaurs for my grandson.
And then somebody I just met today, but her dad did an awful lot of work for us.
Yeah.
What's your first name?
I'm Linda Spears, and my dad is Bruce Spears.
Anyone remember Bruce?
Yes.
Remember Bruce Spears? This is his daughter. Okay.
And I want to really remind you all what a great privilege is it. It's a great privilege for all of us to be able to drive up today. We never know, is this our last year? We never ever know. We've been saying that year after year. So do know it's a total privilege because eventually roads are gonna, like they do everywhere, they're gonna shut down, you're gonna have to walk up. So thank you, Brian, for going through all the work and arranging this. It's not an easy gig as you saw the road. So thank you.
Yeah.